it couldn't, it's peeling away the plaster, so it's not really possible for that to happen on the molding, so that's why that's going away. And can leave maybe a little bit of an echo. See this crack up here? It needs to come off the light because it doesn't make any sense for it to be on the light. I want to keep it behind, so I'm going to have to actually come in with a much smaller brush to do the detail work here. And I'm making guesses about which is the light and which is the wall. So it's weird wrapping around the corner. Like that doesn't make a lot of sense, and I'll have to consider what I want to do for that. What I should do is do a morph. I don't know if I want to because I like the effect. It's just fighting with the realism of the piece and the effect. So sometimes it's okay to be unreal if you get what you're looking for to do, but you have to make those choices with consciousness that that's what you're doing. If you're not, if you're leaving something because you just don't know that it's not possible, that's not good. I'm going to let that completely go. All right, so that looks good on the whole. I'm actually considering changing the crop again. Just gonna keep changing the crop until I get something that I like. All right. I just am feeling every time I go back out to do the detail work, I'm losing the main point of it, which is her. And this solves, doing this solves a lot of problems. Now, I'm not going to, because I've come in so far, I'm not going to be able to print this huge. But it was always more of a experiment rather than a piece that I'm planning on hanging in a gallery. So that's the main concern. There we go. Let's get that off of there. Just keeping a touch of the cracks there. Definitely want to keep that crack up there. Some of the grunginess I don't mind because that's, but I just need to blend it well. What's funny is this crack right here is part of the actual wall. So just following it to its natural conclusion. There we go. How's my, yeah, my hardness is pretty soft. I don't know what color I'm painting with. All right, and get this last bit up here. All right, next up, oh, I need to do this one too. Next up is going to be to even out that skin tone on that hand, just because it's so yellow compared to the rest. And I've now taken out the source of light that is making this whole area yellow. So it's just going to be weird because I'm probably going to add yellow back in, but I want to get it even first. So I'm going to do curves here. I'm going to go to blue because blue and yellow are opposites. So I'm just going to bring blue in. I need to bring it to the highlights. All right, so what I'm going to do, don't think I've got it right, but what I want to do is just, I'm getting very distracted by the rest of the piece, so I just need to give me a, yeah, this is not right, but I'm just doing a sloppy job on this hand. I think it's red. I think that's part of my problem. So, because curves is something that I can change, I'm going to bring this actually back down to, oops, damn it. Put that back. I had to go to my blues level. That was what I had screwed up. So I'm going to put this back on there. Go to red. Take some of the red out. That's there. Go to blue. I think I can make a slighter adjustment and get it most of the way there. Let's try a little in the highlights. There we go. That I think is much better. And actually I'm going to paint it on more of the wall here because the yellow light is touching all of that area. And it's pretty much on her arm too. She's pulling off there. Okay, that's not quite the right shade. Now I can see it's too blue. So I'm going to go back in here. I'm going to go back into the blue. I'm going to bring the blue down a little bit. There we go. Not too bad. It's not perfect, but it's getting me closer to where I want to be. So now I'm going to do curves on the whole thing. I'm going to do this for contrast. So, sorry, it's a little too much. That's a lot too much. It's micro adjustments with curves. Okay, and I'm actually going to leave that as is and pull it back down a little bit. So I'm not using it at 100%, but if I turn it off, turn it on, let's see what that's doing. I'm going to do a curves adjustment for color tonality. And remember when I said I was going to make it more yellow, I want to make the whole thing more yellow, not nearly that much, just a little bit like that. Okay. So, having done that, I want this right here to fall away to black. So I'm actually going to come down here and put it on top of this level. And I'm coming in close And I'm painting in black, and I'm gonna give myself a much sharper brush. And I'm just painting along those lines, getting in a little closer. That and this here. So just filling that in. And if you can't put noises behind something, do I want another? I feel like I need something else over here. And I'm going to go back to this texture. I'm going to find a specific area that I like. So in a television show or a movie, you can make sounds and movements come from behind. So I can't do that. I'm going to get this little piece right here. It's going to be my choice. I'm bringing it back into, here, pasting it. Let's have it be like it's going underneath her hand. Highlight. And I'm really using this for the shape. Actually, I'm just going to leave it normal. Put it here. And I'm going to paint right on here. So I'm going to get that shape without maybe necessarily needing to take the outline or bring this in. So that's my goal. Because it's really large, I'm going to do quick stuff here in the center. All right, I don't need a lot of this down here because it's going to go underneath her hand. So I'm going to just do a little that I'm pretty sure will show. So the idea is, do I do smoke coming out or do I do eyes behind? So I'm thinking I could do an eye behind the wall, implying that there's something behind there. Or I can do smoke coming out. So just to see how I'm doing, I'm going to do, I want to leave that in. I want to take, where is this layer that am I painting? Crap. Oh, bollocks. I think I've got yeah. All right. Always make sure you're on the right layer when you're painting something. I'm just going to throw this out and start again because I can't even see the edges anymore. See, I'm going to throw this out and start again. Cancel. Come on. Jeez. All right, so let's take the opacity down, place it where I want it to be, which is going to be here. That looks good.